Hi guys. Okay, so we have to talk about the show that I just finished watching, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. This is Jim Henson's TV series. I never do like reviews on TV shows. Like I think I did for WandaVision, and I just did a little prediction for like Agatha All Along before it came out about like what it was going to be about. But other than that, I like don't really do that. Um, and then I did talk about X-Men 97 a little bit here and there throughout my comic book videos, but this one like really deserves its own video because I've been putting off this show for since 2019 because that's when it came out, and I've had it like on my list, and then I took it off my list, and then I like brought it back, and I was like, okay, something is like calling me to like watch this. Like I I just knew that I like had to watch it, and oh my god, it's so good. I don't really remember the original one, the original movie, because it was originally a movie from like the 80s, I believe. Um, and I remember it like being very creepy. And if you are a spiritual person like I am and know about like the truth about like ETs and all that, oh my god, the Skeksis really resemble like those type of beings. You know what I'm talking about? They're very like Soroid beings. They look just like Soroid beings, but they're more like cartoonish kind of. I just have to say, like, round of applause for all the people that are involved in the making of the show. Like, the puppeteering that goes into it is just insane. Like, I never knew that I would like such an art form like that, but they look so realistic. Like they look so realistic. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Like the creativity is so good. And I'm so mad that it's canceled, that they canceled it after one season. Like, I don't even think they let it air for like a month and then it was already canceled after one season. It's just like, I'm telling you, like the powers that be don't want you to know about it. But if you've already seen the show, you know what I'm talking about, like how amazing it is. And if you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. Like, try to get over the fact that it's puppets, and you'll really, really appreciate it. Like, the magic looks so good. Like, it looks so good. Like, I was so happy at spoiler alert. I was so happy at how they united. Um, Long story short, from what I remember, basically, the Skeksis are from like another planet, I believe, and they came to Thra and seeking like a place to live or whatever. And what's her name? Mother Ogra. She foolishly enough trusted them to protect this crystal, the crystal of truth. And I don't know why she did that, like so dumb, but everyone has to learn things the hard way, I guess, right? In life. And while she like went into like a kind of like a cryo sleep for hundreds or thousands of years, while her astral body traveled the cosmos just to like journey through the cosmos and search for knowledge or whatever, right? So flash forward, the Skeksis now rule the world. They control everyone. Like they've completely manipulated the crystal of truth. It used to be like white, and now it's like purple, and which is why it's called the dark crystal, because it's been tampered with and because it's been domineered by low vibrational beings. And so the whole journey the whole journey of the show is for the nations of like Gelfling and Podling and what are the other ones called? I forgot. There's like all kinds of beings in the show, but the whole point is that they're separated. They live in a separated consciousness, and so much happens in the show for them to finally unite. But it was not very easy. There had to be a lot of deaths, and there had to be a lot of turmoil first. It just goes to show a lot of systems have to collapse before things can be built anew and in a better way. Like, there's got to be a lot of destruction and chaos before things can get better. And this show really, really showed that. And it left it at like a cliffhanger. Like they could have just done like one more episode, and it could have been, and it could have felt like very final. But the way that the show ended, I felt like it needed like one more episode at least, or at least 30 minutes more of the episode, and I would have been fine with how it ended, like, to be honest. But the way it ended, I was just like, it was a little bit too open ended. Like, I wanted him to see it do that, and it's just like, it's just like too much to leave open ended. But I know they probably didn't expect it to be canceled after one season, but it's just they put too much work into it, and it's just like so upsetting that it didn't get the love that it deserves. But I'm pretty sure it's very loved. I'm just pretty sure that it's kind of Netflix's fault, probably, that they just don't want to risk doing that show again. Meanwhile, there's like a million other movies and shows that are like completely corny and cheesy, and they like shouldn't even be around, and like they're still making season 2s for that, and I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm telling you, it's like the story of my life. Like, all good shows or all good movies never get like a sequel. Like, the shows never got like a second season or a third season. And it's just like, what are y'all on that you don't think that was good, but you think this other horrible show is good? Like, what? I don't get you. Like, I don't get you at all. Like, what are you doing? Like, what? You have no idea what like good content or good material is, clearly. But I really, really, really love the show. Like, it literally made me feel some type of way. Like, I was reading Reddit threads after I saw the show of how people say that there is no fantasy like The Dark Crystal. People were saying that Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and what's the other one? Like, video games too, like Elden Ring and things like that. That like nothing will ever be like The Dark Crystal. And I can totally understand that. Like, the world it's built upon is so beautiful. Like, for how dark it can be, like, it's so beautiful, and like it's just very, very magical, very creative, very imaginative, and I love that. I love to see really good creativity out there. And the art form that it was portrayed in was even better. Like, if that was a cartoon, like, I don't know, like, it just wouldn't work. Like, it would still be good, but it just like wouldn't work. The fact that it's like puppets, it's just like, I don't know, it looks so real. It's crazy. Like, their skin looks so real, their eyes, their like facial features, their expressions on their face. It was just so true to life and realistic. And I love it. Like, I love Rianne's character arc. He's kind of the main character. Nobody believes him that the Skeksis are draining Gelfling of their essence, because the crystal cannot provide them with the energy to survive anymore, because everyone believes that the Skeksis are immortal, but they're not. They actually take in energy to survive, not through food, but even though they do eat food, but they take it through the energy of the crystal. But when the crystal's no longer able to provide that energy for them, they start kind of like reverse engineering the technology of the crystal. So what they do is they drain the Gelfling of their essence by killing them. Like, they literally drain their soul's energy is what they're doing. Filter it through like a machine. And once the machine is like super powered and all the soul is completely out, like, the body, the physical body completely pulverizes, like it disintegrates, like right before your eyes. And so that energy is then transferred into either the crystal, which is then sent back to the Skeksis for consuming. So they're basically consuming souls. Or what they can do is they can have like a Gelfling, and then on the other side, on the other chair, they're going to have like a Skeksi, and then they have like a tube connecting like the essence. That's what they call it, the essence, the soul, really. The essence traveling into the Skeksi to keep him or her alive, because they're not immortal. And Celadon, which is one of the Gelfling, she is very, very blinded by the Skeksis, and even though her mom died and like so much craziness happened, like, she still didn't believe that the Skeksis were Dark Lords. She didn't believe the truth. She just didn't. Like, she was so blinded by the the programming that she's been programmed by the Skeksis. And so when she realizes that they are really truly evil and they really are truly draining this Gelfling of their essence, she is very shocked. But she still like bows down to them. She is so lost. Like she is very, very lost, like Mother Ogress says. Yeah, she's very lost, but it's not until, spoiler alert, till the death of one of her sisters that she really, really come to terms that like, wow, I really fucked up and I'm like so sorry and I will never not believe my sisters again. Like, how could I be so foolish and dumb? And that whole part with the sisterhood thing, that like nothing can break the bond of sisterhood, like made me cry. It was so sweet. And then her and her Celadon and her other sister, I already forgot her name. They just like hug after their sister dies, and it was just so sad. Because I feel like she has as much of a character arc as Rayanne, and so yeah, you just like fall in love with the characters. Like their story arcs are really, really good, and I'm telling you, nothing is better than a good plot, other than like really, really good really well made characters and character development. Like in the show, this show has both. Like that's very rare to have really good characters and a really good character arc and a really good plot. Like it's just so good. Like there was nothing cheesy about this show. The writing was really good and the music was phenomenal. Like I love the music. It was so good. And then when they were all syncing, and then the way they all see each other in the dreamscapes, what do they call it when they're connecting through the dreams? I forgot what it was called, but it's just so cool. Like I love it so much. The whole message is to honestly, like, don't be dumb, don't be fooled by others' programming, and we're all one. Like we're all united and we're all stronger together. And that's basically the whole message of the Dark Crystal. And there's a ton of other themes and messages under it, but I feel like those are the main ones. And I think those are the really strong ones that people should be aware of. And I think it was really good. I really wish there was a second season, but really all I need is just another episode and I'd be fine. You know why. If you've seen the show, you know why. It's just like, I just need one more episode and I'd be fine with it ending. Like, honestly, not everything needs a season 2. Like, this would have been really, really good. This is really, really good, but it would have been even better if they just had another episode just to fully finalize things. And I really want the Skeksis to be completely obliterated. And Chamberlain is so insane. Like, Chamberlain is crazy. Chamberlain is so crazy, but like, you have to admit, he's like one of the most appealing Skeksis characters. Because he's just so evil, like even more evil than the Emperor. And it's just like, whoa, that's why they focus on him so much, because like he's so mischievous and unruly. But it's just so good. Like I'll never forget the experience of watching it for the first time. Like the magic is so good in it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It makes me so happy knowing that there's like really good art out there still and creativity. And there's just hope. There's hope out there. So I recommend everyone go watch that show. It is amazing. And I recommend all of you at Netflix, hashtag The Dark Crystal, to bring the show back, even just for one season. Do it. Like, come on now, do it. Watch the show and you're going to know why. And you're going to be like, yes, this deserves a second season at least. Or at least one more episode, like an extra, like an hour special or something like that. I don't know, like a special epilogue, something. Like just give us something good, okay? That's at least an hour long, that kind of like finally concludes the story, eliminates the Skeksis, and makes everyone happy again. And that would make me happy. So go watch it and let me know what you guys think. The Dark Crystal is now on Netflix, or has been on Netflix, so go watch it.